Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Tea Club. Today, we are going to be reacting to another true story animation called I Got a Face Transplant. That's what the title is, so that's what I'm going to be reacting to. Anyway, let's go.
Hi, my name is Maeve. Do not be surprised that I am wearing a mask. You wouldn't want to look at me without it, because I have no face.
Oh, how are you alive if you have no face? Jesus.
More precisely, I have it, but it is not mine. Do you
Oh.
want to know what has happened to me? I'll tell you my story
Sure.
then. I live in a wealthy family that lacks nothing. I have absolutely everything, except
you know?
for one thing, which is quite important in the life of any teenager. Unfortunately, I don't have self-love. To say that I didn't like myself was an understatement.
Well, Jesus, you have no self-esteem.
Because I just hated myself for my appearance.
I'm sorry. What
I had
happened?
a long nose, protruding ears, and a thin face. I looked like a house
You were
elf from
unlucky.
Harry Potter, and not like a girl from a wealthy family.
What's wrong with the house elf from Harry Potter? Dobby's a good character.
In my childhood, this did not play such an important role to me because my friends did not care how I looked. But when I became a teenager, everything changed.
I'm sorry.
The girls from my class became more and more beautiful every year. Even girls from poor families looked like photo models in comparison to me. Of course, I had already ceased to look like a house elf, but I was not a beauty either. In high school, many classmates laughed at me. They used to take pictures and make memes with my face.
That's because there's a lot of mean people in the world. They're probably jealous of your wealth.
But over the years, the bullying almost stopped. My classmates grew up and left me alone, but I still hated myself. My parents, relatives, and friends insisted that I just had to take care of myself, and that would help me to become very beautiful. But I thought these tips were useless. What was the point of looking after the
Well, I mean, how is taking care of yourself gonna fix your long nose? I mean, Jesus, this girl's not Pinocchio. She can't just tell the truth and make her nose go back to normal.
ugliness? I had to think of something else. And then one day, a great plan came to my mind. In the last year, I had read and watched a lot of videos about face transplants. In the case of choosing a cosmetic option, the results could be even better
Why are you interested in face transplants? That's a bit weird, but okay. You do what you want, I guess.
than plastic surgery. I could become a real beauty because I had the possibility to choose my face myself. Of course, my parents didn't like the idea, but I decided not to give it up so easily.
I
I
don't know about
rebelled,
this.
made scenes, and refused to eat or drink every day.
Oh,
As a result, I lost so much weight that
wait a minute. First of all, if you don't eat or drink, you're not going to be healthy, and you're not going to survive either.
I started to look really scary. My parents had to agree to a face transplant so that I could start eating normally again and stop going crazy.
Oh,
I was taken
oh,
to
you
an
went on
elite
strike.
clinic where the best technologies in this area were practiced,
Oh, I thought she, did this to prepare for the transplant. She did it to go on strike. Oh, I'm stupid.
including the latest military technology developments that helped wounded soldiers to regain their former appearance. I was choosing a face donor for a long time. At that, I could never stop thinking that I was choosing a fake.
Wait, there's a face donor? Who donates their face? At that point, your life is over. It's probably some sad, depressed person. What? Who does that? I've never even heard of that.
Of a dead person. On the other hand, I could give their faces a new life. And that inspired.
Oh, so it's the face of a dead person. But here's the thing. I don't think that any family is gonna appreciate you wearing the face of their relative, like, I wouldn't appreciate that. Jeez. Like, what? That's just creepy.
Scared me. Finally, I chose one of the selected donors that suited me just fine. It was a girl a couple of years older than me. The director of the clinic said that this was a very important decision. He looked at me and advised me to decline the surgery because I was already beautiful in my own way. The doctor warned that I could have my previous appearance back only after...
Yeah, dude, you need to, like, seriously think about this. You can't just jump into a surgery.
After a variety of surgeries, which could have an adverse effect on my health. But I did not listen to him and insisted on the surgery. More than 100 specialists worked on my face transplant for almost 24 hours. And only after a few long days I could take off the bandage and look in the mirror. I was so shocked that I almost fainted because I saw a real beauty there. My skin was smooth and clean, and my lips were full. Besides, I couldn't...
I would just feel weird and creepy. Like, that is... Ugh, I couldn't live with that.
Neat nose and normal ears. I looked a few years older, but that didn't bother me at all. I was so happy that I even cried. But then I froze in fear because my face did not move. It was like a lifeless mask expressing no emotion. I called the doctors immediately. The surgeons calmed me down. They explained that the face needed time to settle down and added that the emotions would return in a few weeks or months. However, facial expressions did not recover soon, so I had to go to school frozen-faced. My classmates looked at me with their mouths open. They were surprised and they admired it, but I could not even smile or wink at them. Therefore, very quickly, my face began to frighten people instead of charming them. But after a few more weeks, I was finally able to enjoy my new face because it restored the ability to show emotions. I began to catch the enthusiastic glances of the guys and hear the envious whispers of the girls. No wonder, because I became the most popular and famous student in our school. I went to parties, created new TikTok and Instagram accounts where I was able to profile myself. I tried to show off my beauty whenever possible and even agreed to a photo shoot for a fashion magazine. And because of all these events, I completely forgot about the fact that my face belonged to another person.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to forget about something like that, but hey, it's fine. You do you. And I'm glad things are working out.
I thought it was not a big deal. But unfortunately,
yeah,
I was
well,
wrong.
she's wearing a mask, so
I started getting
obviously.
strange messages on my social media accounts. Some anonymous people insisted that I had to repay my debts to them.
Imagine if you could design products as quickly as your ideas flow. Imagine if 3D...
I did not understand what they were talking about since I had never borrowed money in my life. Only later, I finally remembered that I was wearing someone else's...
Oh, you need to pay other debts. Okay. I get it.
face, and most likely I was confused with another girl. Well, it didn't matter much. We've all been there. It was such a small thing for me. However, the oddities were not over. One day, I went to a cafe that I hadn't been to before. A young and handsome waiter approached me. He smiled broadly, but when he looked at me, he screamed and dropped his notebook and pen. The waiter got very scared and began to whisper something about the Walking Dead.
What?
The administration even had to call his parents and doctors to bring him back to his senses.
What's wrong with this dude?
From the guy's family, I learned about the reasons for such hysteria. It turned out that he was a classmate of the girl who was the donor of my face. They were close friends, and her death from a fatal illness caused much pain to him.
Oh.
I felt really uncomfortable, and...
See, this is why you don't wear the faces of other people. I don't even know why, like, her family was okay with this, but it's kind of their fault. And if they were not okay with this, like, don't even get me started on how messed up that is.
I wanted to get to know more about that girl. I found her social media profiles and saw that she was a really modest girl despite her gorgeous face. But
Aw.
social media couldn't show me everything,
That sucks.
and I realized this very soon. I kept receiving angry messages from anonymous users. I ignored them, thinking they were sent
why
from
you don't do
envious
this.
people. But then I met one of those people in real life. I was returning home late in the evening when a man in a hockey mask grabbed me by the shoulder. He said that he was not very happy to see me. Then
Oh,
he began
no.
to demand money from me and said that this time he would do something awful if I did not repay him. I used a stun gun immediately and ran as fast as I could, calling for help. But the
Good job.
park was empty, and it was terribly frightening. When I ran out of strength, I saw that no one was chasing me anymore. Apparently, he was frightened, but the whole situation did not please me at all. I was sure that this man would continue haunting me. At home, I was afraid to talk about what happened. Like an idiot, I thought that my parents would force me to get rid of my beautiful face after this incident. So I locked myself in my room and started thinking about that girl. I wondered what made her get in with these people. I wanted to know the truth so much that I decided to find it out.
Wait. I thought she had to repay debts because she obviously was wearing the face of that girl. Oh, the girl, I think maybe the girl has some debts. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this is of course why you don't put on other people's faces. Because then you're going to get mixed up with other people.
That waiter. When the waiter, Jeremy, saw me, he began to panic again. I explained to him that the face of his girlfriend had been transplanted to me, but he still felt very uncomfortable. I asked about her debts. Jeremy grew gloomy and started telling the story through gritted teeth.
Oh, no.
The girl's name was Kara. She got in with a bad crowd after she found out about her fatal illness.
Oh, crap.
She decided to earn money for medical treatment and became addicted to gambling.
Oh,
As a
fudge.
result, she won nothing and became hopelessly indebted. Due to the stress, her illness progressed even faster. The holders of her debt started to send her angry messages. They persecuted and tried to blackmail her, but these scammers did not get anything since she died.
Oh.
He suggested that I had to go to the police and said that he would go with me. At the police station, we were told that after Kara's death, this suspicious company disappeared from the city for some time due to other fraudulent manipulations. There were many complaints about them, but the cops never managed to catch them. And apparently, for this reason, the criminals did not know that the real Kara died, so they continued to persecute me, thinking I was Kara.
That
Upon
sucks.
learning that the scammers were back in the city, the police decided to set up an ambush. I wrote to the criminals that I could give them money in one of the parks. One of the criminals came there and was immediately arrested. It wasn't hard to interrogate him and find out where the others were hiding. This story taught me two important lessons. First, I understood that looks can be very deceiving. Secondly, under no circumstances should you get in with bad people and wrong crowds.
Well, that's all I have for you today. Be sure to like and subscribe for more reactions and mobile game videos. And also, do not get a face transplant. It's just not a good idea. And, yeah, be sure to subscribe to My Story Animated and all the animated story channels. Also, sorry about the ad that popped up and the echo if it's echoing. But I'll see you next time.